I'm Luke Hatfield. I'm joined by Steve Wall, Wolves legend, once again for another episode of Ask Bully. Steve, let's get straight into it. First things first, FA Cup progress for Wolves. Yep. I mean, is it time to start dreaming?
Well, it was until the Man Utd draw came out. It's going to be a bit tough, but I thought the Bristol City game was a bit tough. I thought it was a game of two halves. I thought the first half we totally dominated the game. Should have gone at least 2-0 up, 3-0 up, and that would have killed the game off. But we didn't. We are typical Wolves, make it hard for ourselves. They come out second half, our backs to the wall. We didn't know what to do, but we soaked up all the pressure. That's all we had to do. Soak up all the pressure. Got a bit lucky towards the end with their goalkeeper missing that shot. That should have scored that. But as you say, it's a 1-0 win. I'll take an ugly win all day long.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how you win, does it? And as you said, Manchester United, not the friendliest draw. Do you still fancy them though, Wolves?
You've got to the way they're playing at the moment. You know, I know United are coming to a rich vein of form at the moment, and which I don't like. But we've got a couple of weeks to go yet. You know what I mean? So we can calm down a bit now, leave the cup to one side, and go on with the league. But Man United, I think I was like everybody else. Come on, Millwall. Come on, Millwall. Millwall away, Millwall at home. But it don't come easy, does it? No. If it ever comes easy, and when the Man U come out, I thought, well, I can live with that because they'll come down and play some football, and we'll play some football. They're two good footballing sides.
That's it. The one team I think everyone wanted to avoid was Man City, and of course you managed to do that. So it could always be worse, I guess.
It could be worse. It could be that, like I say, they're the champions, aren't they? Well, not yet. Could be Liverpool. We never know, but they are the champions previous year. But as you say, Man U, I think it's going to be a total sellout. I think the fans are going to get on our side. I think Nuno will put a very, very strong side out against I would say a very, very strong side, Man United side.
Yeah, fingers crossed they do. Judging now for Wolves, I mean, do you consider the primary focus probably the FA Cup? Because they've almost got to that point now where you're battling for that mid-table superiority, but is the FA Cup a bit more glitz and glam?
Well, it is glitz and glam, but as you say, you want to finish high up in the league as you can. You know what I mean? We're safe now. You know what I mean? It's lovely to say that.
It is, yeah.
Like 12 games to go, something like that. Do we safe? Oh man, I've been waiting to say this since the start of the season.
That's it.
Because I didn't know what was going to happen in the season or anybody else was going to happen, but we've exceeded ourselves. I think it'd be lovely our first season to finish 7th, would it? Lucky 7.
Yeah.
It'd be lovely. I know we ain't going to get higher than that this year because the other teams are, they've got that gap between us and the 7th place, so I'd rather finish the best of the rest myself, 7th. And have the FA Cup in our hands.
That wouldn't be bad, I could tell you about that for free. I mean, as a player, did you ever get to a point in a season where you felt the cup was more of a priority?
No, because we was never very often in the cup. We was always kicked out early doors, apart from the Sherpa van, as you say. But now I think as a footballer, your mind's on every single game that's put in front of you. Whether it's a reserve game, intermediate game, a cup game, a league game, your mind is on the next game. I know in the back of your mind you're thinking, FA Cup final, Wembley, FA Cup semi-final, no, it's at Wembley in the semi-final.
That's right.
So I think it'll be in the back of the mind, but I think now they've got to concentrate on the next few games coming up.
That's it. And lastly, of course, I mean, you touched on the Bristol City game. I mean, admittedly not the best performance in the world from Wolves, but as you wrote in our Express and Star column today, it's not always about pretty performances, is it?
No, it's not. And we've had a couple this season. I can't think of the games we played, but we've come away with a 1-0 or 2-1 when I'm thinking, how did we get away with that? And then there's some games I've watched, I'm going, how come we're not 3-0 up? Why not be 4-0 up? It's weird. Football's a really weird game. But if anybody said to you, you're going to play Man U, you're going to play absolute shocking for 8 to 9 minutes, but you're going to move 1-0, you take it.
Yeah, certainly would.
And I think a lot of ball supporters would take it as well.
100% take that, any team. Right, let's get on to audience questions now. And the first one comes from Chris Wood, who is looking ahead a fair bit. So where do you want to see Wolves go in pre-season? Pre-season, there's still the rest of the season.
Well, if they have me as an ambassador and I have to travel around the world with them, that go anywhere they want. I don't know. I think in times to come, I think it'll be Shanghai and stuff like that because of Fosun and whatever. I think that'll be one of the main ones they do when they're actually. When they're actually in the probably Europa League, European Champion, whatever. When they're up there, that's when I think they'll start going.
Yeah. Simon Rickards, he asks, do you know what you're letting yourself in for with the ENS Live podcast?
I do and I don't. I give as good as a take. I'll give them the answers, my honesty, my best opinion. My opinion's not always the best. Like people have read in the paper and says, "What you on about, bully? You don't know what you're talking about." But I can only give my opinion, being in the football for 33 years. I know Spears. I'll take him to the cleaners. Don't worry about that.
That's it. Nathan, Judah, and Tim are the ones who need to look out.
Yeah.
Stu Parry asks, if you could partner only one player, would you pick Andy Much or Diogo Jota?
Oh my word, it's totally different altogether. I mean, because Much was my right arm. You know, I mean, he everywhere I was on the pitch, I knew where he was, and he knew where I was. With Jota, you know, I mean, well, if you like Much, you wouldn't. He was from Liverpool, I'm from Tipton. We couldn't understand a word he said to each other, so they'd be both the same.
That's it.
Jota, we get on well. Okay, so I'm fine. But I think in this day and age, then it'd have to be Jota. In that day and age, I don't think Jota would have fitted in that day and age because it was hustle and bustle and kicked up in the air and bounced down. I know Jota has his fair share, and he gets up and does it. But I think the day and age then it's got to be Muchy and now. And but people say to me now, don't they? Would you be in this team now? And what would you score now? And I'm going, yeah, I would blend into this side all day long.
Yeah. Darren May asks FA Cup related question. This one, FA Cup against Arsenal. How did you feel sitting on the bench with Robbie Keane?
Yeah,
should have both started. It
was. I think that Don Goodman, Claridge, who played 19 games, didn't score a goal. I think, and it was on Robbie Slater.
Yeah.
And he got me and Robbie Keane, who just come back from injury, and was on the bench. It was probably about 90% fit, me and Robbie. So I would have, if I was a gambling man, I'd have put me and Robbie on for like 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Try and get 1-0, 2-0 up, then fetch us off, then put the rest on. You know what I mean? But he didn't work like that. You know what I mean? Mark McGee was his own man.
Yeah.
He did what he had to do. He thought he did the right decision, and on the day it didn't come off. So you know what I mean? But yeah, it was gutted, and I'll speak to Keane to this day, and he goes, "Bully, we should have been on that pitch that down. We'd have given him a good go." Because I had like, was it Tony Adams, Steve Bold at the back? Yeah. Me and Keane with them. Oh, I would have run them ragged. Don't. I know.
Still hurts, Steve. Well, I think that one. Tom Paternote asks, how many goals would we beat West Brom by at this point in time?
Oh my word, you're going to hate me for this, but I watched them the other night because there's nothing else on telly to watch.
Oh yeah.
I was watching QPR rather than West Brom. I was watching QPR.
I was watching
QPR, yeah, and I thought they'd give it a good go. QPR were, and they were very, very poor. Very, very. Both sides are like. I don't know, us about 4 years ago, middle of the table, going nowhere, what we're doing, and I thought if we played Albion now, I'd be like this.
Yeah.
I'd be rubbing my hands thinking, come on then, bring them on, we can give a bit of cheer at the end of the game, but you know what I mean, it's one of them. I mean, we've been in that position before where West Brom have been in, it took us a few years to get out of it, and they're going to find it hard as well this year as well. Me personally, I think so as well, but as I've said before, I'd love all Midland sides up there. Yeah. I would. I know I'm not favouring them or the Stripe lot or Port Vale or Walsall or Derby or whatever. I just want all the Midland sides up there. So every other week would be a Derby.
That's it.
But we ain't going to get that for quite a few years, are we? We're not going to get for quite a few years. So let's leave that gap for a bit, shall we? Between Villa and Albion and us, shall we?
Enjoy the gap for now, Daniel Woolard asks, hi Bully, where do you think Wolves will finish this season, and do you think we could do well in the Cup considering the draw we've got?
Yes, I do. Both. I'm both. I'd love it for us to finish 7th. I would love us. I know we're reiterating the questions. Top 10. I'll be happy with the top 10 because I was in Le Mans going to Footballers Golf Classic, and there was loads of Tottenham fans, West Ham fans, all this, and I'm there putting me on. I bet you we're higher than you. I'd had a few glasses of wine by the way, so I have a few bets out when I go back home in the summer if we don't finish top 10. So I hope we finish top 10 and above West Ham for Crystal Palace.
Yeah, certainly.
And in the Cup, you know what I mean, we can give it a good go.
Yeah.
We can give it a good go. I mean, I think this is the biggest obstacle we've had up to yet. You know what I mean, we are going to be the underdogs because they are flying at the moment. You know what I mean, probably something like 7-8 to 1 to win that game. I would have thought. If you can get on it because you don't know what's going to happen. The Cup. The Cup brings up many surprises, and we drew against them in the league at their place. Yeah. So they know what we're about, and we know what they're about, so we can give them a good go.
That's it. Anything can happen. And Elizabeth Latham is going one step further, saying, "Are we going to win the FA Cup with Wolves' form?"
I'd love to think it would. I ain't seen this or heard about this for absolutely donkey's years. No, you ain't, to be fair. I bet no, you. But to sit there and go like that.
Yeah.
Oh man,
that'd be special, wouldn't it?
That'd be absolutely unbelievable. And you know what I mean, I'd be first in the queue. I'd be giving the cup out. I'd be going, no, you can't have it. I'm like this. But I hope they do. But I think we've done well to get this far. That's what I say. We've done well to get this far. We've done well to get in the top 10. So let's keep that going first. Let's think of us we've done well. and then don't run before you can walk. Don't excel ourselves, but if we do get the cup, I'll be first in line.
Yeah, that's it. Expect Bully to be running up those Wembley steps. Iana McGrath asks, how do you rate Jimenez and Jota as a partnership?
They're flying at the moment. They're flying. Like I said before, even I had to eat my words sometimes about Jimenez not being a natural goal scorer, Jota out of form. They're both coming to form just right, just at the right time, and I'm glad they're on our side because they're absolutely frightening at the moment. They're so quick. I'm going, who's who, who's where's he gone? Jota's most of there, he's in the middle. Jimenez is there, Jota's there. I'm going, oh man, but it ain't just two-man team.
Yeah.
It ain't like when me and Muchie played, get the ball out of the top, pull him, Muchie, so dead. Jota and Jimenez. Now it's the whole team, it's the whole squad.
Yeah.
And it's scary, and I'm looking at it, I'm going, I'm glad I'm part of it, I'm glad I'm part of it.
Yeah, that's it. It's the movement, isn't it? It's the movement.
It ain't all about scoring. Well, it is all about scoring and being a natural instinct in front of the goal, but you have to put the work rate in as well. And all along I've said that Jimenez is a workhorse. Yeah. He's not a natural goal scorer, he's a workhorse. But now I'm starting to doubt myself saying that because he's starting to, in front of goal now, he's hitting them and he's getting them in there. He knows that natural bang, bang, bang. So fair play to him.
Bit of everything at the moment, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Paul Bolton, with our last question, he says, hi Steve. He said, our next signings are going to be better than what we've got if you listen to the owners. Can you see another striker and what after that?
Yeah, all day long. I'm glad they didn't go for Abrahams in the January window. They must have noticed that we didn't need anybody, if you know what I mean, because we was more or less safe. Why waste not waste waste 17 on a player that's just going to be on the par what we've got now.
Yeah.
Save that 17 million and put in the 17 too and get something 34 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be, I don't know, you got to be looking at the Rashfords and even if the Eden Hazards, you could even look at them people coming in, because we want about this striker from somewhere. They want 120 million for him, something cows and CA.
All sorts of money nowadays.
And you're going, if they're looking at that, why can't they look at the Rashfords and all the others?
Yeah.
They can now. I mean, the Zahas, I mean, the Williams, I mean, there's players out there that Wolves can attract now.
Yeah.
They can attract. They can go, do you want to come? They go, oh, we'll have some of that. Wolves are going places now, otherwise I'm stuck here. So, you know, I mean, I think they'll spend. I don't know whether they'll go crazy in the summer, because they're about the ground and everything else now and stuff, whatever. I mean, I just hope the ground doesn't take over on the pitch now.
Yeah.
Where it did before. They built the stand before they did the pitch.
Yeah.
I'd rather have the pitch sorted first, then build the stand.
That's it, do things in the right order. Right, we're finishing up with a little bit of a preview for Bournemouth, Steve. We're going to talk about that, but first of all we're going to talk about Romain Saiss as well, because news today, signed a new contract, and then following that he said that, you know, one of the future hopes and targets for Wolves would be Europe. How about that? Yeah,
fair play. I think a lot of people are talking about that already. You know what I mean, some place or whatever. I'm going, don't get ahead of yourself. Don't get ahead of yourself. If we're there, we're there. I'll be on the plane too, I don't know, Barcelona, Bournemouth. I'll be there with all you, like, don't worry about that all day long, but not this year. I think this year, you know, we've got to come a long way in the Cup, and we've come a long way in the league. Let's have a nice chilled out one this one here, and then kick on next year.
Yeah.
I do, because it's a tough league, it's a tough Cup what we're in at the moment. Let's concentrate on that and think about Europe next year. If we do get there this year, well, fair play. I just think it'll be too soon, me personally.
Yeah, well, they've got a long trip this weekend. I mean, Bournemouth not quite as far as Barcelona, but as a player, how does that affect you? A long trip? Did it ever kind of bog you down?
Not at all. Because usually, if it's a trip like that, night before, get your head down, little training session in the morning of the game, little walk around the hotel, set pieces, your plans, what on the pitch, whatever. Get to the ground and go, right, that's it, bang, refreshed. I think when you get clubs who ain't got money and have to travel on the day, that's when it affects you, because you're sitting there like this side, that side on the couch and here and getting up on this, where there are players like this tucked up in bed, get you a nice little carb breakfast in the morning and say, get ready for this game. So, no, it didn't affect me at all. I don't think it'll affect the players neither. I just think they'll think, well, we've done Bournemouth once, we can do them again.
That's right, and title ground over at the Vitality, is that a factor, I mean, for Wolves? But might bear in mind, they played in Championship grounds last season, they were fine.
No, I think they can. I think Bournemouth's probably one of the better ones. Bottom ones at the bottom of the rest, if you know what I mean, the team. Giant Rooms are probably not the best, but they've got to be to Premier League football, haven't they?
Yeah.
So they've got to be there, you know what I mean? Pitch might not be like the 100% like ours, like as flat as a billiard
it's like a
table,
carpet, isn't it?
It's like a billiard table, as is. It's how he's hanging like that. But they played against Shrewsbury, went down there and got a result, dug all the sleeves and they go. So let's go down Bournemouth, and as I say, I know I say it week in, week out, I'll take a draw.
And always up for a draw. So how do you rate them, Bournemouth? I mean, it kind of in the same boat as Wolves, battling for mid-table again. I mean, do you think Wolves are the better team?
I'm not going to put me shoe in my mouth before I say anything, because we've had certain majors who've come into that, and I don't want to be like them. I think Bournemouth are going to be middle of the table. Middle of the table, just below middle of the table. We want to be, like I keep saying, the best of the rest. We want to be there, 7th, 8th or 9th, and the rest can follow on down from there. But Bournemouth, Eddie Howe, he's a very tactical major. He'd have watched us when we played them down there on that video, day in, day out, and he will address the situations what we cause them. So I think we'll be in for a tough game. I do think we'll be in for a tough game, but I ain't worried about them.
No.
I'm worried about us.
Yeah.
It's how we start that game. I can tell how we're going to play in the first 10 minutes. You get out there first 10 minutes, the first ball, if it goes back sloppy, we ain't there today. If it goes ping, 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 I'm going, we're on it today. We're on it.
Give me a match prediction, Steve. Give me a
match
score
prediction.
line.
I'll go 2-2 draw.
2-2 draw.
I'm going to sit on the fence. I'd love to say 3-1, but I'm going to go 2-2 draw.
Away point. We'd all take that one away.
I would.
Yeah.
I would. Hashtag ask Bully what the score is. 2-2.
That's it. Give us your predictions as well. Let Bully know if you think he's right or wrong. But as always, make sure you keep your questions coming in for next week's episode, and we will be sure to ask.
And they've got the tickets for the pavilion.
Oh yeah, of course.
Get the tickets.
Make sure you get your tickets as well for the live podcast. Bully will be there, Tom will be there, as will myself, Nathan and Tim. And there will be a live abuse of the week, which I'm sure Bully and Tom will be submitting for. So expect plenty of abuse for Nathan and Tim from these guys here. But for now, that does it for another episode. Make sure you keep your questions coming.